What's up, speaker and coach friends? Have you ever dreamed of standing in front of a crowd of people that are your people? We're talking about hosting your own conferences, retreats, like big events where your people are walking across the stage, they're getting awards, they're clapping, they're crying, they're telling you all of the amazing transformation and things that they create in their lives because of you. And this is really the movement, right? Not just whenever I speak to a lot of speakers, they don't just want to be a speaker. They don't just want to be a highly paid speaker. They want to be a speaker who moves millions, a speaker that has a movement and a community around them. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the 3 pillars that you need in order to create a movement. And we're going to talk about the Launchpad or the ramp in order to get you there. So the 3 things that you need in order to create your movement is number 1, a community, right? You need to have a community because how else are these people going to come to your conference? Obviously you need a community of people that are following you, that are connected, that they're able to show up to the conference, to meet each other, to have these amazing experiences and all that. So the first thing that you need is a community. The second thing that you need is speaking, right? You need to be able to speak life into these people. Likely you're creating a movement around a vision that you have. And we as speakers need to be able to share that vision with our people, let them know what it is, and hold the vision for them. Because whether you're in health or wealth or relationships, the journey is long and it's bumpy. That's why they want to join your community. That's why they want to be in your movement, is because it's a journey and it's going to take more than just a couple days to get it right. And so there's going to be times whenever they fall flat on their face. There are going to be times when they want to give up. There's going to be times whenever they do give up. And your voice needs to be there as the leader to lift them up and to hold that vision for them whenever they cannot hold it, right? And so as a speaker, we aren't just sharing our story or sharing our message or creating a keynote. We are becoming and honing our skills, our speaking skills, so that they connect with the audience, so that we can share our vision and our message in a way that they understand it and then it connects with them. And also we need to be able to hold that vision and motivate them to action. And very few speakers know how to motivate someone to action. Speakers are really good at giving out information. They're really good at talking about themselves, but they're not really good at sharing the vision, holding the vision, moving people to action. And so these are the skills that you are going to want to cultivate if you want to be a leader of a movement. These are leadership skills, right? So you've got your community, you've got your speaking, and the third thing that you need is some money, right? I've said this before, but one of my favorite coaches, my speaker coaches, he went broke 3 times because he had the speaking, he had the movement, he had the vision, he had the community, it was building, it was growing like wildfire, but he didn't have the money. Right. And because of that, he couldn't continue his ministry that he had, and he went broke, actually homeless 3 times in the process, until he was able to turn around and say, wait, I got to figure out this money thing. So how are you going to get all 3? You need to have all 3 of those things. And how are you going to get all 3 of those things so that one day you can be up here, right? I got my drawing of you up here, right? You're got your crown on top of the stage, and you're the best, is what they're saying if you can read my scribble, right? And you have all of your people in front of you. Like, this is the vision. You're helping people, you're moving people, you're changing people's lives. How do you get from where you are at right now to this? And again, we said we need the community, we need the speaking, and then we need the money, okay, in order to get there. And so if you came to me today and said, Michelle, this is my vision, this is what I want, how do I get there? Here's what I would tell you to do. I would say the first thing that you need to do is build your community. And that might be kind of scary because you're like, whoa, shouldn't I be speaking first? Shouldn't I be like having my vision, blah, 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 right? But the first thing that you want to do is you do want to have your vision, actually. You do want to have that clarified for people so that they know what they're following. But after that, you need to build your community. And the way that you're going to build your community, my very favorite way to build it is with network parties. Why network parties? It's because right now, whenever I say, hey, go build a community, most people are like, okay, I'm going to put up my Facebook group, but how am I going to get people there? So most of them, they put up their Facebook group. They're like, hey, here's what's happening in the Facebook group. It's so cool. This is a Facebook group about plant-based diet, or this is a Facebook group about helping parents. Okay. And then parents in leadership, so they put that out there, and then they start messaging their friends, they start posting, and they're like, hey, come to my group, come to my group, come to my group. Well, let me ask you this. Why do they want to come to your group? What are they going to get out of the group? If you want this movement to be all about them, where they're getting amazing results, their lives are being changed, then at the very beginning, it needs to start all about them. What is in it for them? And so my favorite way to draw people to my community is to set up network parties. And the reason that I do that, there's several reasons, because it does so many things at one time. The reason that I do that is because these network parties, it's a super easy ask. If I reach out to you, actually, whenever I reach out to people in the chat, in the last 90 days, I've started several of these groups with using network parties. And this recent group that I started, it's been 90 days. We have over 300 people in the group just from inviting 10 people a day. And then 3 of them end up joining the group. Some of them end up coming on my newsletter in my email list. So 4 to 5 of them end up in my community. And that's pretty good. Okay, that's pretty good. So on average, we've got 3 people join the group every single day, and I'm just inviting 10 people a day. Because the ask is really, really, if you're just going in and you're spamming people about like, hey, join my group, it's about this. The average goes, whenever I did like another, I joined somebody else's group early on that were like, this is how you build your group. You spam 40 people a day, and then 5 of them are going to join. Okay, that's and then I'm saying I'm going to invite 10 people a day, and 4 or 5 of them are going to come into my community. They're either going to join the group or they're going to come on my email list. So that's a much better, I don't know about you, but I'd rather contact 10 people than 40 people a day, and I'd rather see that. And then there's other ways we're going to talk about here in the future to make that even easier. But it's a really, really, really easy yes for them to say, because the other thing that you're going to do is you're not going to sell to them. You're just, your job and your goal right here is to build a community behind your vision. That's it. So they're going to come into the group. They're like, yes, I love network party. And the reason that the network party is so great too, is you're calling out your people. You're calling out community people who want to build each other, who want to connect with other people, who want to come to events. This is really important, because who are you going to want to come to your events in the future? You want community people who are going to build each other and show up at events. And so that's why this becomes the perfect lead magnet. It does a bunch of other things. I'll share that in another video, because we don't want to be here forever. But okay, here's your network parties. That's the first thing that I would do. This draws people into your group. So very quickly, you're able to connect with a lot of people, serve them on a super high level, have conversations with them. As they come into your community, the next step or level would be to build out the next level is then to build out the money piece. You're going to create an offer, and you're going to invite them into your offer. So I'm saying, hey, I'm not really actively selling on this. I'm just serving. And then I'm like, hey, by the way, this is what I do. If you want to connect with me, here's the link. Right? But I'm not actively really selling what I'm doing right here, because I'm just serving. Okay. So, but as they come in, I'm going to be having conversations with them. Of the 300 people, I've probably had conversations with about, detailed conversations with at least 100 of them, and had calls with many of them. I've seen them on the network parties, right? I'm building these connections, this community that comes back over and over and over again. And some of those people, I want to create an offer that serves them. And then they're going to come in and they're going to buy that offer. Some of those people are going to buy that offer, and it's going to be an income stream for me. Okay. Then the next step that we're going to do is, okay, now you've got your offer, you got people coming in, but it's just a slow trickle. 3 people a day is pretty good. I mean, you can make $100,000 from 3 people a day. But let's say now that I have my small network going, I have some people that I'm serving and the money is coming in. Now I can do what I call neighbor stages. I'm going to ramp it up, and I'm going to go out and use my speaking. I'm going to learn how to speak. I'm going to share my message on other people's stages, whether that's big stages, neighbor stages. We talk a lot about neighbor stages in the Inspire Speaker group. We talk a lot about just getting on neighbor stages where I'm able to practice my message over and over. I'm getting my message out there. People, at least about 100 people are going to see me every time I get on a neighbor stage. So I'm going to do 500 of those a week. Not 500 a week, 5 of those a week, which is 500 people a week, which is 2,000 people per month I'm getting in front of, that are then going to feed them back into my network party. And I'm just going to say, hey, come to my party, come to my party, come to my party. And everybody's like, yay, I'll come to your party. Okay. And so they're going to show up there, right? So now I just ramped this up and the number of people that are coming in. So then this is increasing. And all the while, I'm still creating this wonderful, beautiful, amazing community. At that point, I've been on other neighbor stages. I've been practicing my stuff. I've been saying my message over and over and over again. I've been seeing what's land. I've been building my authority. I've been building my visibility. Like all of these are just growing, growing, growing. So now I can create, even before this big event, I'm going to create a virtual event. I'm going to create a virtual event that speaks to my people, that serves them, and also sells them into another offer. And the reason I say do a virtual event first is because virtual events cost $0 to put on. I just say, hey, here's my Zoom link, join me. I'm going to go live. Or here's my Facebook group, join me, I'm going to go live, right? And so it takes $0 for you to get out there, again, practice your message, hone your message, create an event that converts. There's the other issue with this, that event needs to convert, because whenever you are over here, you're going to serve them. We're serving and selling them all the time. Okay. And I don't like to use the word sell because we don't really care for that word, but I'm serving them right here. 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 And whenever people come into my space and I'm serving them, they're like, whoa, what do you have? I just had someone reach out to me and she's like, I want you to help me, Michelle. Like whatever you've got, I need you to help me because I resonate with you and you've served me and I love you. And like, how can I give you money? I'm like, okay, cool. Like she doesn't even care what my offer is, right? She just wants to work with me. So this is what a community is going to be for you. And this is like the steps that are going to help you to get to this place, because now that you know, hey, I have a solid event, it serves people, it converts. Now I can take that live and I can use this to sell people into my big in-person event and a conference or a retreat or everything that's going on. So this is your launch pad to leading your movement. We are actually doing an event, change the world, get paid your worth. I'm going to go deeper into this part of, we've talked about this before, but I want to go deeper into this part during that training that's happening on the 19th, 7 p.m. Eastern time. I am going to drop the link right here. Here's the link. I'm going to drop the link, or you can find it in the comments or the description up here, so that you can come to that event and we can go through this in more detail, because the truth is, this is your vision. Right? This is your ramp. You have the potential to help thousands and millions of people when you build the foundation and you're ready to go, right? And these are each of the steps that you really need that are going to prepare you to be the leader that you need to be in order to lead this type of movement. And to me, it makes so much sense to go virtual first, because again, it's cheap, it's easy, you're able to connect with people all around the world. So no matter what niche you're in, you're going to be able to find people online who desire what you have to offer, who are willing to connect with you, who feel comfortable connecting online. And then at that point, you bring them together in person. So I hope this was helpful. Love to comment down below. Tell me what was your favorite part, your best takeaway, and we will see you in the next video and on that training.